I have always enjoyed learning. I've always been really curious. I can't say that I've enjoyed school or reading or math worksheets or tests. Now, I was never good at standardized tests. I was never good at the specific classroom elements, but I knew that they were important. It wasn't until I had to look down and stare at the SAT or take specific tests or get in a very small box around scores and rubrics that I realized this doesn't feel right. This doesn't fit for me. Probably the reason that I had to stay back and repeat pre-K because I wasn't ready for kindergarten, even though I was age ready and even though I had already done pre-K. So I think for me, it's just appreciating and understanding that every child is individual. Every child is unique. It goes back to my experience as a learner and now my experience as a teacher, or as an educator, as a school leader, that it's just so important to look at children as individuals. Kids will learn at different rates. Kids will learn through different methods. And it is up to a teacher and a true guide to facilitate and better understand that learning and unlock ways forward for their children to learn. And that means if there's one child or 50 children, the work for a teacher is to support them on their own journey. And the work for a student and a learner is to create that path ahead of them and just voraciously go after new teaching, learning, skills, knowledge, and mindsets that are going to expand their horizons each and every step through different content area, through school, outside of school. And that, to me, if that's happening, that is just directly in line with my philosophy around teaching and learning and education. That it is not just about setting a goal and trying to get to that goal no matter what and not taking any input or not changing along the way or not realizing that that goal might not have been the right goal in the first place. There's so much changing in this dynamic landscape of public education specifically that adapting and being reactive to many different moving pieces and then reflecting and then really pushing and pulling different levers that go into creating an environment where kids can be learning and developing into their best selves. That takes a lot of adaptation and flexibility. And that's one of the elements that I developed here as a brand new teacher stepping into my classes at Manoa, thinking, okay, I'm not that great of a teacher. I'm not really sure what's going on in the classroom, and walking alongside of instructors and coaches who said, that's okay. That's right where you should be. And then I'm thinking, gosh, my students must feel the same way. I feel like I'm not a good student. And I say, that's okay. You're right where you should be. So the culture of Manoa really passed through me into the culture of my classroom, which I think had a wonderful effect on the 250 kids that I had over the course of 2 years. But it was through the 2 years at Manoa that I realized, gosh, the classroom really isn't about me. It's not about me standing up in front of a chalkboard and everyone standing and nodding and listening to me. It's about each child being on a learning journey of their own and me figuring out how to support them individually.